independent. Do you know what that mean? I got my own house. I got my own car. 2 jobs, work hard. Oh, baby, I'm a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. 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 I ain't even gonna repeat it because you know what that means. Let's get into gear and ride out on this episode of Katrina's Car Chronicles. I don't need no man. Well, ladies, let's get into it. You know, I had to roll my window all the way down because, honey, it got a little hot in here, honey. Because as ladies, honey, we are the bomb. We are career-minded. We are focused. We are determined. We are running the world. What did Beyonce say? Who run the world? Girls. Yes, we run the world. And I am all for feminism. I am woman, hear me roar. And I get it. We don't need a man for nothing. But I want to kind of talk about how that can get misinterpreted. Because a lot of time this "I don't need a man" reads off as arrogant. And usually it comes from a broken place. Whether those are relationships that we've been a part of, things that we've seen and experienced has put us in a position where we feel like we don't need a man. I do everything for myself. I'm independent. I don't need you to do this. I don't need you to do that. Where were you when I needed you? So we build these walls up of independence, but can read as arrogant. When in our heart of hearts, it's not about us needing a man. It's about us desiring the right man. And we have to be careful sometimes with how we communicate what we desire and what we don't need. So let's talk about what we don't need. Honey, we don't need a man to be disrespectful to us. We don't need a man trying to tell us how to submit to us. And I'll get into that in a minute because I already know people are going to be like, what you mean? No, we don't need a man telling us how to submit. We don't need to be misused, abused, and manipulated. We don't need that. Because guess what we can do? We can do bad all by ourselves. And most of us are doing bad all by ourselves. And so let's not add somebody else to that equation. Let's flip the coin though. Let's talk about what we desire. We desire a man to be respectful, self-sufficient, dedicated, honest, committed, purpose-filled, in tune to our needs, our desires, and our wants. So how do we get from this "I don't need a man" to what I desire from a man? Well, I'm going to show you. We got to first talk a little bit about how woman and man go together. Woman was taken from man, which means the fact that something was taken from a man means that he needs us in order to survive. So honey, he needs us more than we need him. And again, think about how, and I'm going to use need interchangeably, so don't go nowhere. Stay connected with me for a minute. Men that are in our lives, we have to understand why they are there. And ultimately, in order for us to get into our desired relationship, we have to know what man needs us. Now, there is this notion, and I know some people might believe that, and I'm not saying that I don't necessarily believe it. There is not one person for everybody. Some people believe, hey, you get in a relationship or you get married, and things happen and the relationship, is over, and, I should be able to get into a relationship with somebody else. I don't have one, there's no one person, for me. There could be many people. Some people believe that. Other people believe, hey, you know, I had my one lifelong partner and it didn't work out. That's fine. Whatever you choose to believe, that's okay. What I want to dial into, bigger than that, is understanding that our job as women is to help a man. We're designed to help them. I didn't say mother them. I said help them. I didn't say mother them. I said help them. And in order to help the right man, we have to first of all know what we desire. So I'm going to take some time and I'm going to share with you how to get what you desire, so that when your king comes, when he shows up on the scene, he'll be like, hey, queen. You'll be like, hey, king. Because guess what? I already know what I desire. And he's meeting me at the point of my desire. The first thing we have to do is we got to stop lying to ourselves. Yes, I said it. Don't cancel me. Don't get mad. Ladies, stop lying. Let's stop lying to ourselves, saying I don't want no man. No, remember, it's not that we don't need a man. It's that I don't need the drama. We want a man in our lives to love on us, to listen to us, to caress us, to kiss us, to hold us, to do some other things that I can't talk about because this may be a family show, but it's for grown people. But you know what I'm saying? Anyways, we want those things. We do. We just don't want the drama to come along with it. So we need to stop lying to ourselves, saying, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need nobody. I'm good. I don't need him. Yes, you do. You forget the fact you want him so bad that you're willing to accept some things about him that you would not accept because you want all that other stuff I mentioned, that kissing, that hugging, that touching, that listening, and all that. Right. Okay. So let's stop lying. That's the first thing. Second thing is that we have to consider, we need to trust ourselves. In my first video, my very, very first video, I talked about cheating. And I talked about self-sabotage. A lot of times with trusting ourselves, we've been hurt so bad that we put ourselves in a position where our trust has been literally shattered. I kind of put trust in this box of like a raw egg. You go to the grocery store and, you know, an egg drops on the ground. They don't try to put the pieces back together. They sweep that egg up and they throw it in the trash. They'll say, clean up on aisle, whatever, and they sweep it away. Guess what? That's kind of how our trust is. When our trust has been violated, it takes an act of God sometimes for it to be rebuilt. And so it's very, very important that, like I said in my other video, Storms, that you get the help that you need once you have been hurt or violated. Once your trust has been destroyed, you've got to go through the professional help needed so that you can build yourself again. Because when you don't trust yourself, you will not trust other people and you will destroy relationships. And that's not what you want to do. You don't want to destroy your relationships. So learning how to trust yourself, get the help that you need in order to trust yourself. That's what we have to do. That's the second thing we have to do. Get the help so you can trust again. Okay? The next thing is prepare yourself. Now, what do you mean prepare yourself, Katrina? Let me tell you what I mean. I mean this. Preparing yourself is, honey, what do you desire? Do you know what you want? Honey, do you know what you want? Don't put what you want in a man is what you want to eat tonight, baby. I don't know what I want to eat tonight. I don't know, whatever you want to eat. Okay, that don't go in the same. What do you want, sweetheart?
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Oftentimes, most men don't know how to identify us so we can be their helper because we don't know what we want. We're not realistic and we're speaking from eyes from other people's relationship. Well, oh, it looked like their relationship is going good. I want what they got. Or we say, oh, it looked like their relationship going good. I want a man like that. What's the Sierra prayer? What's the Fantasia prayer? What their prayer is, child? I need the prayer, God. I say, what's the prayer? Let me tell you the prayer. They knew what they wanted. And so when their king presented themselves, they was like, hey, king. And he was like, hey, queen. You got to prepare yourself to know what you want. When you know what you want, you will not settle. And I don't mean it in an unrealistic way, because sometimes greatness comes our way, but we so focused on some other stuff that we let greatness walk out the door because we focused on stuff that we don't need to be focused on. Now, let's not be unrealistic, but that's for another video, and I ain't got time for that. Let's press on through. Be prepared by knowing what you want. What do you really, really what you want? The next thing, and the very, very last thing, is get out. Get out. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean get out? Get out has two parts. So the first get out that I'm talking about is get out of a relationship that is holding up your desire, period. You know what you desire, you know what you want, but you're connected to somebody, you're being a helpmate to somebody who don't want you, who is giving you too much. And when I say giving you too much, I mean all the stuff that we say we don't want from a man. That's what he's doing. All of these red flags are showing up. He's doing all of this extra. He's showing you that he does not want you. Get out. Get out of it, because your king is looking for you to help him, and he needs you, and you desire him, but you linked with the wrong person. Get out. That's the first one. And this is huge, 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 ladies. Get out of the house to be found. Get out. How you want to be with somebody and be desirable, and for your king to find you when you at the house, or when you ain't nowhere to be found? How he gonna find you? He can't, because you are not in a position to be found. Get out. And I don't mean get out and get in the club twerk it. I don't mean that. I mean, some people might be into that, but you got to get out. Get out and go and get coffee. Get out and go and do the things that make you happy, that is identified with your purpose and your destiny. Get out so that you can be found, because he's looking. It's so funny. They be looking. These men be looking. These kings be like, where's she at? They looking for help. They might tell you that they're not looking for help, but they are. Men are always looking for help. And let me be clear. So let me go back. So get out to be found. Get out to be found. Those are the four things. Now, I wasn't finna do 12 different steps on how to. No, I'm not doing all of that. Get out to be found. And the last thing I'm going to say is what we have to understand. Our life is not surrounded by a man. So I don't want it to come off as I'm saying that, we gotta, our life is designed to only help the man. No, I'm not saying that. I don't want it to come off that way. What I am saying is that our position in our king's life, is to help us, the two of you, build, grow, and prosper. Ultimately, you helping him get into position to where he needs to be helps you build, grow, and prosper. It is a joint effort. But when you are not connected to the right king, and you trying to help somebody else that didn't ask for your help, so they might have asked for your help because they saw you advertising something that you really wasn't trying to sell, but you still noticed that they was willing to buy it, and so you sold it for half price. Whatever that is that you advertising, and it end up not working out for you. We have to clearly understand that when we're with the right person, because there's some men that don't want our help. We volunteer our services for a man that don't desire it. So, because men are looking for help, they'll be like, all right, since you, yeah, but that don't mean you mine. I'll make it work. But when we don't know what we want, we sell ourselves short. No. Let me help my king. First of all, let my king come to me, and I know that he's my king based on me being prepared. Okay? And then let's go ahead and build, conquer, and prosper together. But he can't show up if I'm going to help the wrong man. So I would encourage my beautiful, my independent, my amazing queens. Yes, ladies. Yes. All of those. I would encourage you to understand. Stop lying to you, number one. Number two, get prepared. What do you want? Begin to trust yourself again. And the last thing is get out, honey. Get out so you can be found. Because he looking. They looking. They looking. Keep checking. They looking. Keep checking. So give them something to look at. That is all the time that I have for today. I hope you walked away understanding that, ladies, it's not what we need, but it's about what we desire in a man so that we can grow, build, and prosper together. Because our king is looking for us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you've not done that already, and hit that bell so that you can know when your girl got your content, because you know I be bringing the content. And who knows, I might be bringing some people inside of the car so we can do some chatting together. It may not just be me on the next episode. I might have a couple special guests, so be on the lookout. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and love. Mwah.